Welcome back, fabric friends, and today I'm excited to be taking you on a magical journey through our latest fabric collection, Foresta Fusion. Now, similar to my previous video, this collection is also a fusion, meaning that we collect some of your favorite prints from our designers, recolor them, and tell a whole new story. Now here at GF, I have to admit, we have been going through a fusion phase craze, which is probably why you're seeing all these collections coming back to back. But can you blame us? We're surrounded by beautiful fabric every day, and we just get inspired with all these kind of prints. So we just love coming up with these different themes and color stories that we like to create that hopefully will inspire fabric lovers like you. So in my last fabric haul, I showed you Ballerina Fusion, which was filled with these soft blush tone fabrics. And this time we wanted to take a complete 180-degree turn and go for these dark, moody colors that are featured in Foresta. So you have these dark plums, these deep greens, and these mustard yellows all throughout the print. So without further ado, let's dive right into these fabrics. Discover an enchanting forest that awakens at dusk, when woodland animals come out to forage amongst dark florals and towering trees. So let's start off with the first print in front of me, and I would say this is the largest scale print we have in the collection. There are these group of florals that you can cut up, definitely a giant square for like a pillow, or you would want to use this for the backing of a quilt. It would create a lot of contrast with the thread you choose because of its negative background. Or you can make giant blocks and have these beautiful florals as the center. So this next print I would call the supporting print because it's not yet a blender print, but it is busy enough that you can cut up in any direction. Because it's non-directional, it'd be great for patchwork projects or even smaller projects to use alone. I actually have one of the projects we used from the lookbook. So here's one of the projects we made with this fabric. I think it's super cute. It's a nice little oven mitt, and I'll show you up close. All these quilty details, all the stitchy details. This would be perfect to give to someone for like a housewarming gift or a fun little quilty project that you can do with one print. Now this next print is also a bigger scale print. You can tell with the ruler, it's around 6 inches that you can cut around in a square. And I just love what it says on the actual print. It says, "Look deep into nature and then you might understand everything better. There's nothing more beautiful and more perfect than nature itself. There are always flowers for those who want to see them." How adorable. Now this next print are these long vertical trees going out through the whole fabric against this very dark plum background. And then you have these pops of red, mustardy colors. And now this is the type of print I'd love to cut up in different directions to create some texture when you're doing it in a quilt. Or I'd love to use these kind of prints when you use them for binding, so it creates a lot of texture. So here's the first blender of the collection because I find it the most minimal and more negative space in this fabric print. These trees are really small. You can cut a 1-inch square around each, which means these would be great for an EPP project or just smaller paper piecing projects as well. And you can definitely have fun with this fabric. You can cut in a 45-degree angle and do some really fun strip piecing projects. Now this print is the softest color offered in Foresta, and it's just like this very light peachy pink background. And I'd consider this like a stripe fabric because all the rows and designs are going horizontally. And you can definitely have fun cutting up these. The rows are really narrow. They're probably 1/4 of an inch wide. Now I'm excited to talk to you about this print because a lot of people underestimate prints that have a lot of movement, what they can do to your quilt. Because of these lines going in different directions, you can totally have fun cutting them up into different pieces to create a lot of depth in your quilts. They will look great with like the dark moody florals of the collection, or even next to the dark plums for a lot of contrast, or even use them as a centerpiece of your projects. You can make them into coin purses or wallets, which I know we've made some for the lookbook, which I'll insert a picture right here so you can take a look. Now this print is really fun to look up close. You're gonna find a lot of fun creatures, a lot of floral and fauna happening here. So you'll see up close a tiny little fox that you can totally have fun fussy cutting, a deer, even some floral elements. I can totally picture this as like a bed sheet set for like a kid's room that really loves nature. I'm imagining some matching sheets and pillowcases would be super adorable in a kid's room. Now this next print is, I would consider a medium scale print. You can cut a 3-inch square around each rose or a 2.5-inch square on some of the other smaller roses. And this is the type of print I would personally use for the backing of a quilt because by itself it's just gorgeous alone. And because of its dark background, if you use like a light thread, it would create a lot of contrast in your quilts. This print will be fun to use alone. You can use it in a tote bag, a handbag, or even a cute headband. Now the last print in Foresta Fusion, which if you know, Foresta only comes with 10 cotton prints, and this one is this tree silhouettes with this dark green background, and these are great to add to quilts because they add a lot of depth. Because of the smaller scale trees and the bigger trees on top of each other creates this illusion that they're further away from each other. And this is great to add to the center of your quilt block, which we actually use for one of our quilt blocks in the lookbook. So here you can find the same print that we use in the center, and it's perfect because it creates a lot of contrast against the marigold yellows we used around it and the pops of purple too. Now let's talk about the substrates offered in Foresta. There's only one rayon print and one knit print, and so let's take a closer look at this rayon print. Of course, this print is super gorgeous, soft, flowy, perfect for really long dresses or an extremely soft tunic like the one I'm wearing today. Now, usually I'm not a fan of traditional tunics, but this one is an exception. Because of the print, it's very easy to dress down for a special night out or dress for a casual day at the job. With adjustable straps at the waist, you can tighten for a more fitted look. This tunic is also long enough to wear on top of some leggings too. The knit print in Foresta are these little trees, which we saw in the quilting cotton. And I love this print because any little kid can wear it. It'd be perfect for any girl or boy. It's extremely soft, so it's perfect for babies as well. Because of its 4-way stretch, you can make some really comfy leggings or cozy shirts. Now that you got to see these prints up close, is there a print that you're most excited to work with? Of course, my favorite print is the one that I chose today, but I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. I hope this video inspired you. I try my very best to give you some inspiration, some project ideas. I even try to include pictures so you can visually see what I'm talking about. And of course, all the stuff that I mentioned in this video, some more fabric info, or project designs, free patterns, all of that you can find in our Foresta Fusion fabric lookbook. I will link that in the description box down below, so please check it out. Of course, if you're interested in purchasing these fabrics, please head over to our website. I will link it right here, where you can find any local or online shop that have this fabric line in stock. As always, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, please give it a big thumbs up, a very big thumbs up. And make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll put it right here so you get to stay tuned on the next AGF video and the next fabric line that's coming up this year. And of course, until next time, happy sewing. Bye.